The bear market is brewing, clarity at chaos continues. What is going on with the economy right now? It is absolutely insane. So right now we have the clarity act currently supposed to be going through by April, but this isn't looking like it's going to happen, and I'm going to explain why. Because there is a lot of things in this bill that aren't perfect, and a lot of people aren't satisfied on both each sides of the fence, and this could create a lot of long-term hurdles when it comes to the clarity act. And the reason why we need the Clarity Act is because the market's not been pumping. Crypto personally has been down significantly while gold and other assets have been skyrocketing. This is a concern considering Bitcoin is supposed to be a hedge against inflation, right? Now we have a lot of this news about Jeffrey Epstein being involved, which is not good. Yeah, so it just makes a lot of the crypto sentiment weak right now. Bitcoin's supposed to be the leader, and obviously, with it dumping significantly in the last 3 months, it now looks like we have hit major trajectory, and you could see altcoins take a massive crash from here. But I wouldn't be 100% on that because what we are looking at is to see if the Clarity Act can possibly get through by April. Obviously, if not, I'm not personally expecting it to happen. But this is something that is still in the pipeline. So it's up to you if you want to be like sidelined on this kind of opportunity. But the fear that's in the market now is even higher than 2020, even worse than the COVID crash. So a couple months ago when we was talking about this, we was on the same amount of fear that we was back in 2020. We've officially hit even lower in the index. So basically facing towards the fear more than the greed. So yeah, this is not looking too good, my friends. Um, so yeah, we've got a lot of that kind of stuff going on, new tariffs, etc., which is not making it good. Um, but yeah, we're kind of just gonna have to see where it all goes from here. But blockchain is the future, and here's exactly why. Because the way that money is moving right now with traditional finance, absolutely an abomination. So what they're looking to do is use blockchain technology to implement into the new system. So when you are sending money via transactions, usually there's somebody in the middle as what you would call them a messenger. And the messenger's in control of basically getting it sent to the other side, so to the other party. But they can actually use blockchain for this stuff now. So this is making that kind of stuff like traditional finance, making it more outdated, um, and pretty much just less transparent for the system. In 1988, there was a magazine, and on the magazine, it had a phoenix with a bunch of US dollars burning in the background. In that coin that they had, the 2018 coin, it had the XLM logo. You will know this from Interstellar. So this is looking pretty crazy. Get ready for a world reserve currency. This is very interesting because this was back in 1988. And it just makes you think like, wow, so has this been in the pipeline for that long? Yes, it has. The ISO 20022 updating the Swift banking messaging system has been in development since 2004. So a lot of these cryptocurrencies were made as pretty much, I would say, a test. I would say Bitcoin was probably the test. Um, and then say Ripple, etc. Other ones were being able to use more for probably like government institutional purposes, but that's something that I don't know because I'm not a software developer. I don't know any of the creators, but most of the information is out there. So it's connecting the dots. But want as much people to see what's going on. We are going through what is called the Great Wealth Transfer. The money from traditional assets is now moving to blockchain assets. Assets themselves can be tokenized on chain. And the theory is once the dollar is gone, and obviously this will take time, the blockchain will be up and running for, I believe, probably the next 5 to 10 years before the dollar significantly weakens. and there'll be no need for it. I could be wrong, I could be right. But I personally think that that's what they're planning. I think they are planning to use the blockchain. They're using it as a test right now. They're going live. They're bringing it into the system. And eventually, they'll move away from the dollar. They'll move away from the dollar because the dollar has been the world reserve currency for 100 years. 100 plus years, if I'm correct. Making it longer than the sterling GBP world reserve currency. So that's something to think about as well. And that's enough proof that we are heading to the biggest times of the great wealth transfer. Invest Uni, I'm out.
Zero. Everything will go to zero. It's a cyber crash.
White House is pushing hard on this, and I think that is a big reason why it will get done. It needs to get done for U.S. leadership.
Blockchains, DeFi should be seen as a tool of ultimate order. Smart contracts are not squishy. They execute exactly according to code.
We have to look at the debt. And central banks have an incentive to dissolve that debt right now. And they found a solution, which is blockchain.
58% of people live paycheck to paycheck and have no savings and no investments.